All right. Well, appreciate everybody being here. This is a really exciting time of year. It's obviously that time of year that we spend the entire season looking forward to, preparing ourselves for. So now that it's here, we're definitely very excited to step into the opportunity and see what we can make out of it. This semester has been one that's definitely been about growth, maturity, and learning is something that's been a really big focal point of what we've been doing. Definitely this entire year as a whole has been a very challenging one for not just our program, but for all programs around the country, just dealing with a season that nobody could ever have dreamed that it would be like this. I mean, it's been a very, very challenging season for a lot of different ways. And then there have obviously been a lot of different obstacles and different types of adversity that our team has dealt with throughout this year. But through this semester, it's been really, really fun to see what type of growth and maturity everybody has earned and learned through up to this point in the season, and that's just stuff that we want to put into play, and hopefully is something that helps us out a lot this coming week at regionals of just dealing with adversity in different ways and learning how to tap into the toughness that we've shown that we have. So that's going to be a lot what we're looking for this week, but we're really excited about getting down to LSU, a little bit of familiarity with where we played a few weeks ago, and hopefully just a tournament that we can play together as a team, put together full 54 holes.
One quick question that we have from someone that wasn't able to make it today. Coach, talk about your lineup and how your team's come together the last few weeks and how they've been playing.
Mm-hmm. So our lineup is going to look very similar to what it looked like at the SEC Championship. Hannah Levi is going to be in our number 1 spot. Abby Daniel will be in our number 2 spot. Ashley Gillum in the 3 spot. Blair Stockett in 4, and then Claire Moyano in the 5 spot. And starting at the top with Hannah, she's had a pretty awesome year. Her good golf has been very, very good. And I think one thing that's helped her out a lot has been the different types of struggles that she's seen through this year. And it hasn't been a steady in her most consistent year, the consistency that she's wanted to see. But I think that has helped her develop a lot of toughness and learn a lot about herself, put that stuff into play, especially to be able to perform the way that she did at the SEC Championship and get a top 5 finish and win a couple matches for us. It's definitely something that I think she's learned and grown a lot through the semester, just learning a lot about herself. And then Abby Daniels, somebody that's been our most consistent player through the semester. She's working on has 5 consecutive top 30 finishes. She leads our team in rounds at par or better for the entire season. So she's been very, very consistent for us. And then, of course, she's coming off qualifying for the U.S. Open. She has a lot of momentum, a lot of things to be excited about. And then Ashley Gillum is a very experienced golfer. She's obviously very, very highly ranked. She played in the Augusta National Tournament. So she brings a lot of experience that is very valuable that you can't really replicate experience. She's earned her way into a lot of different golf tournaments. So she's played in golf tournaments. They're going to bring a lot of the different feelings that you're going to experience at a regional championship or in postseason. They're going to bring that different level of nerves and pressure. So she's experienced that a lot. Blair is another experienced player. She's a 4th-year player for us, and she's a team captain. So she brings a lot to the table with experience, but also leadership qualities. Her mentality is so steady and so rock solid. Her demeanor is incredible, something that everybody on the team looks towards, how to handle yourself on the golf course, how to treat people the right way, no matter how things are going. And then Clara teeing off first for us. I think it's really cool to have a 5th-year player leading the way in that 5 spot. You have that first tee time for the team. Her ability is really, really high. She's a very special player. She's a great leader for this team. She works incredibly hard. She's the kind of player that you want leading off the way. So with all that being said, I think it brings together a lot of really good team chemistry that we're excited about, and has really pushed us pretty hard recently, and kind of helps this team kind of tap into a little bit different level if you have really strong team chemistry. So 1 through 5, I think we have a really strong lineup, really strong team chemistry that hopefully will bode well for us.
All right, we'll open it up to questions. If you have anything, just ask.
Coach Joel Coleman here. It kind of seems like you guys have a lot of momentum right now. Play well at the SEC championships and things. You talked about your team chemistry and things. How much does that momentum that you kind of built at the SEC championships kind of help you going into this? I guess it would seem like confidence may be up possibly going into this event.
For sure, for sure. Momentum and confidence are they're really unique things. It's definitely something that is very important to have, that momentum and confidence. But I like to tell the team that momentum and confidence really aren't anything unless you know how to do something with them. So it's really important to respond to different levels of success in the right way. We put ourselves in a position at the SEC championship to win a championship, and we fell just short of that mark. But over the course of the week, we did a lot of things really well, more so than things that we didn't do well, and that's something that you want to reflect on the week and look at the things you did really well, build off of those, give yourself credit for the things that you did well, but also maintain that hunger that there's more out there that we want to accomplish. There's a fine line between momentum, confidence, and complacency and satisfaction, and we want to make sure that we're still in that place of confidence and motivation, but still very hungry to go out and accomplish more and try to be better than we were in the most recent tournament that we played. There's definitely more out there for us to accomplish. We haven't checked any boxes of things that we truly came in here to want to accomplish. We still have very big goals out in front of us, and we have all the confidence in the world that we're capable of achieving those goals. We just need to make sure that we act the right way that that puts us into position to achieve those goals, and just be confident, believe in ourselves that we can do that, but be really hungry to go out there and capture those things.
And you talk about that confidence and momentum and hoping to handle it the right way and build on it. It does kind of seem like you guys kind of hit your stride a little bit here of late. What would you attribute that to? Why do you think things have kind of seemed to come together here the last couple of weeks? Well,
through the semester, we've had a lot of different types of adversity. We've had different types of challenges hit us. We've had different levels of successes through the semester, and it's really been a lot of I think if you go back and look at our tournaments, there's a lot of tournaments where you play 54 holes and it looks like 36 of them we play pretty well. We put ourselves in a pretty good position, kind of get ourselves in the thick of it, but then there's that one 18-hole stretch that just really just kind of separates and pulls us back in the standings a little bit, and just learning from those, acknowledging them, not hiding from anything, but really just acknowledging everything, and kind of looking everything face on, and looking at why things happen, why good things happen, and then why things happen that we didn't necessarily want to happen, and really addressing those things face on. And if you do those the right way, then over the course of a period of time, you can grow and mature and learn from those. And I think over the course of the semester, you can see that we've been getting a little bit better, just kind of one step at a time. And then, of course, here getting into championship season, we had our best performance of the year at the SC Championship. And I think a lot of it is just facing things face on, not hiding from the truth, whether it's positive truth or things that we want to do better. But also, it has to do a lot with team chemistry, coming together, and then also setting high goals for ourselves, and having high belief that the goals that we set are something that we can accomplish. And being able to buy into very high goals, regardless of whether or not the outside believes they're attainable for us. As long as our program within our bubble believes we can attain those goals, then that's all we need. And I think that's something that this team has done a really good job of throughout the semester, and getting to this point of the year, is really establishing those goals and being dedicated to them.
And last thing for me, you kind of mentioned it a little bit a minute ago, but you're playing on a course that you're a little bit familiar with, down in Baton Rouge. Just, I guess, how thankful, how beneficial are you to be on a course that you at least know a little bit about going in? How much of a help is that?
It is really nice to have familiarity, especially recent familiarity. We just played there at the beginning of April. So that's something that we're definitely excited about. Abby's from Louisiana. She's played a lot on that golf course. So there's a lot of things that are really nice to be able to go to that type of golf course. I think that the tournament we played at the U Club earlier this semester is a pretty good example of playing pretty well for 36 holes and not quite putting it together that final round to make sure we have a complete golf tournament. So we showed and proved on this golf course that we can play this golf course well, which is always nice to be able to have that proof that we played the golf course pretty well for 36 holes, and it's just a matter of just putting together a little bit more of a complete golf tournament. But there's definitely a lot that's really nice about it. It's really convenient to get to Baton Rouge from Mississippi or the Southeast, so it's going to be nice to have a lot of family there, a lot of friends there, a lot of support, some fans, which is something that I know our team really enjoys having. So there's a lot of things about it that we're really excited about. But we understand the golf course. We know the golf course pretty well. It's probably going to play a little bit different, probably a little bit softer, I would imagine. But once we get down there, we'll start to see exactly how the golf course is playing compared to how it did about a month ago when we were there for the golf tournament. But there's definitely a lot of things that are exciting about going somewhere that we have some familiarity.